is your focus? Because if your focus is on all what's not happening, God don't like that.
Amen. All right.
He wants you to be grateful. You know, you got to have an attitude of gratitude. There's no other way. I was speaking to some 13 and 14-year-old young ladies this past week. I work for a university, and I asked them what did they want to do when they finished school. And they had very lofty goals, right? They, doctor, lawyer, cardiologist, teacher, engineer, designer. And for the young people in here, some of you may be 8, 9, 10 to 13, 15. What happens in life is that the world can just hit you in the stomach. And you just bent over like this. And sometimes the stuff can get so bad, it can knock you to the ground. At 15, at 8, at 5. But what do you do when that stuff knocks you to the ground? I have a motto that I'm having, it's going to be in my second book. It says, don't let your present or your past, circumstance, situation, condition, or enemy destroy your future. Don't let it. Because what happens is that thing can come at 12, and for men too, at 16, at 18, at 25. And then you just let it take you out. Now you can't get back up. You got to get back up.
Amen.
Everybody got a story. Everybody. I've heard some of the worst stories. Everybody has a story. But where is your focus? The word tells us in John 10 and 10 that Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus said, I have come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. 1 Peter 5 and 8 reminds us that the devil roams the earth. He roaming the earth looking for you and me. He's seeking whom he can devour. And he devours too many of us. It's just he devours too many of us. The thing comes, and then we just get back, we stay on the ground and we don't get back up. So, the thing about it is that we want to keep our focus. In fact, Philippians 3:13 through 14 tells me that I am still not all that I should be. Even standing before you, all the stuff that I've done, all the stuff that you've done, you're still not all you should be. But I'm focusing all my energies. I'm focusing all of my energies on this one thing, forgetting the past. Say that with me, forgetting the past. And looking forward to what lies ahead. All right? I strain to reach the end of the race and receive the prize for which God through Christ Jesus is calling us upward. We get to choose. 11 days, 40 years. You want to stay in the wilderness or you want to get to the promised land? Milk and honey. In fact, Deuteronomy 30:15 through 19, I love this. You guys, young people should write this down, if you all have your pencil. Sometimes I visit schools and the kids don't have it good, you got your pencil very good. And I'll ask them, they're in school and they don't have a pencil. I'm like, something's wrong with that. So Deuteronomy 30:15 through 19. See, I have set before you this day. He said he has set before you this day life and good and death and evil. In that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God and walk in his ways and keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou may live and multiply. And the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land wherever you go, and allow you to possess it. Now, this is, say but God with me. But if you turn away, so you will not hear, and you're drawn away to worship other gods. How many of you know that God could be the television set? God could be your boyfriend. It could be your habit. Or it could be your dirty little secret. Or you might think it's a clean little secret. So if you draw away and serve them, he will denounce you unto this day, and that you shall surely perish, and that you shall not prolong your days upon the land, and you will not get into the promised land. I don't know, you think about picturing the land, and you have the wilderness, or you have the milk and honey. I think some of us sometimes choose the wilderness, because we know what is in the wilderness. It's comfortable in the wilderness. We know where our chair is, we know where the TV is, we know where boo-boo is. You know how people have them nicknames. But you know where that is. So you get comfortable in the wilderness. But God say, he got the promised land over here for you. And he got it waiting for you. And he said, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that you and your seed may live. So, it's not